good family. This is very, very, very spur of the moment. I was never really gonna watch this series. I did watch the first one when I was like a little jit, bro. I think it came out in like, what, 2012 or something. I have seen the first Planet of the Apes, but that was it. That was my knowledge. I remember it being a very good movie. Me and my mom watched it a few times. We watched it a lot, actually. Probably more than I really want to admit. Like, we watched the movie at least, like, 5 times. Just because that one scene where Caesar stands up and is like, no! Like, that had us in such a chokehold, genuinely, bro. But I went back and rewatched the entire series. One of my friends texted me and was like, yo, we're going to see Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes tomorrow. Have you seen the rest of them? And I was like, you know what, dog? Let me just clear out my day, watch the entire series, and then go watch the new one so I can make a video on it. So here we are, bro. I don't do nothing unless it's for content. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Like, that is the only thing that can light a fire up under my ass, is somebody being like, yo, we going to do this. Watch everything before this so you can make a video on it. All right, bet, say less. So the first one, as I've already said, I've watched it a lot. Like, I watched that movie a lot, so I already knew what it was going into it. There's of course parts that I forgot because I watched it like 10 years ago, but the movie still holds up phenomenal. That movie is amazing. It basically starts off with James Franco's character. It introduces his dad as like a music teacher, but he has Alzheimer's, so he's in there playing the piano and he's messing up a lot, and he's like, fuck, just keep messing up over and over again. So James Franco's character is trying to find a resolution to that by, creating a cure that helps his dad with his Alzheimer's. And of course, that brings in the entire storyline of him doing an experiment on a chimpanzee. The chimpanzee actually works. The chimpanzee gets drastically smart, ends up dying, unfortunately, but it is a woman, so it has a kid named Caesar. And that's where the entire series starts off, from that one single, the amount of exposition this movie is used to set up everything is crazy. As I was going into each and every movie, I'm like, dog, they set up things perfectly. I really can't find any flaws inside the series. I watched everything in one day. So the first one, the second one, the third one, and the fourth one, I watched it all in the span of 24 hours. And they all are amazing. The first one holds up perfectly. Caesar grows up to be, of course, a teenage gorilla and starts learning shit a lot more. He's, of course, way smarter than monkeys are supposed to be. He's doing fucking math and shit. He's just doing crazy ass shit. He was like, what the fuck is this nigga doing? But something ends up happening to where he has to go inside basically a huge chamber for other chimpanzees that have also been acting up or whatever. Just think of a zoo, but they don't get the outside time or whatever. He gets around other chimpanzees, and they come together yo, why are these niggas treating us like this on some real shit? I mean, I want to go home to my owner James Franco, but these niggas doing us dirty over here. I ain't gonna hold you. So he ends up getting to a point where James Franco comes back to get him yo, we can go home now. And even he's like, no, I'm staying here with the other chimpanzees. I want to help these niggas escape and get out to the world. So that starts off the whole series. They basically come together as a family. They work together as a team to escape that location, and then they're free into the world. And that's basically all of the first one. Of course, there's a lot of stuff that I just left out on purpose. Like them doing experiments on a certain monkey caused a huge fucking, just think of COVID times a million, my nigga. They created some other unworldly shit to the point where the entire human race gets wiped out between the first and the second movie. So going into the second movie, the gorillas are now free into the wild. They're obviously procreating, making mad more chimpanzees and gorillas and orangutans and whatever the fuck. And while that's happening, the human race is de-evolution. So it's they're dying more and more and more and more and more. And so it's basically maybe, it seems like there's only 1,000 humans left, but it keeps introducing more humans every single movie. So I really never know how many humans are actually left, but anytime we see them, it's always a small group of maybe 500 people. So that ends up becoming a huge problem in the future in the second movie. The second movie is between Caesar and the antagonist Koba. Koba is one of the monkeys that they were experimenting on. He's actually the monkey that started this widespread disease because some nigga was operating on him and his mask fell off and Koba sneezed in his mouth or some shit. I don't know what the fuck happened, but Koba is the antagonist. He's been in these chambers and been experimented on, and he's basically just this huge there's a lot of like parallels between this and like real life and stuff like that. Like obviously the monkeys are representing something different every single movie. In the first one I feel like it's representing like black culture, how they're always trying to hold us down and stuff like that. In the second and third movie I think it's like starting to reference more religion and like Christianity and stuff like that. So he is, I think, representation of like the black man. He's been held down his whole life. He's been made fun of. He's been fucking experimented on, of course, with Tuskegee and stuff like that back in the past. Like, he is a representation of a black man that is like basically been just tortured his entire life, and now he gets free along with all these other monkeys and gorillas and stuff like that. And he's still like, no, I mean, we cool. I'm glad we cool over here, but I still need to get back on them. I want to get back on them. They did me dirty as shit. I'm not forgetting that. No. And that ends up being his downfall. Like, his anger and just as much darkness as he had in his soul to exterminate and wipe out everybody that did him dirty was his downfall, unfortunately. But of course the movie goes into a lot more depth than that. I'm not really trying to do a complete review over the entire movie. I just want to know how, like, I want to tell you niggas how I feel about this shit. But basically, he goes on to be a huge, like, wall to Caesar. Because Caesar saw the good side of humans. Caesar was like, yo, my owner was human. My owner was trying to create a disease, or trying to create a cure for a disease that's, like, havocing human nature. His father was the nicest ever to me. This family I was raised with is not evil. So that just proves that you may have dealt with some evil ass niggas, but evil niggas aren't everybody. Like, it's basically like one bad apple doesn't ruin the entire bunch. It's like this. I know good humans. So your argument that all humans are evil is completely eradicated because the humans that I grew up with. So we need to, we gotta duke it out. I ain't gonna hold you. We gotta duke it out, bro. Because it starts getting to a point where, like, humans are helping Caesar trying to also accomplish his goal. Like, Caesar is the leader of his entire group now. He's the king, basically. This human group comes to him like, yo, we need that dam right there in order to help us out because we're humans and we're running out of energy and electricity and food and stuff. And we need that dam as a power source for our people. So can you please let us do that shit? Caesar's like, yo, okay, cool. Just leave us the fuck alone and do what you gotta do. Koba's like, nigga, fuck that. No, hell nah. Caesar's like, yo, let them do their human work and let them get out of our fucking hair. Let them do their human work and get the fuck up out of here. And Koba points at all his scars, which is probably one of the best lines in the entire series, honestly. He's like, yo, this scar, human work. Human work. Human work. So I was like, god damn, like, this shit, like, these movies are better than you could even possibly imagine, bro. If you have not seen these series, please go watch it. Of course, they end up duking it out at the end. I won't spoil it for anybody that hasn't seen it, but that leads into the third movie. Everything that Koba caused inside the second movie leads directly into the third movie. So that's why I said everything in these movies set up something amazing for the next one. In the first movie, we get introduced to Koba inside these labs. In the second movie, Koba being inside those labs makes him want to start an entire war. And the third movie is the war. So everything leads perfectly into the next one. War of the Planet of the Apes is amazing as well. The antagonist is Woody Harrelson. Of course, if you got Woody Harrelson inside of it, it's already gonna be an amazing movie. Like, even niggas that saw like Venom Let There Be Carnage or some shit was still saying like, yo, that movie is terrible, but Woody Harrelson is the best part of it. I haven't seen it yet, so I can't really critique it or nothing, but I heard people say that Woody Harrelson was the best part, just like he is in any movie. So of course, he's the antagonist. He is the colonel, the war leader of the entire army base, basically, that is trying to take out the gorillas. They butt heads throughout the entire movie. They capture Caesar, so on and so forth. A lot of stuff starts happening. Niggas betray Caesar. You figure out that there are some monkeys now helping the humans, because their ideology is like so stuck in Koba's ways, because Koba had an entire army basically. And their ideology is, yo, Koba hated the humans, so we hate the humans. But that monkey killed Koba, so we're gonna help the humans to kill Caesar and then overtake the humans. Like, they're doing like mental gymnastics to try to just justify anything to kill that one nigga right there. Like, even though Koba would not be for them working with the humans, they still want to kill Caesar so bad that they wanted to work for the one people they wanted to take out just to kill that one nigga because they despise him so much, basically. But very phenomenal movie as well. The first three are solid. I went and saw Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes last night. Also a very good movie. It holds up, bro. Like, every single one of these movies, none of them are bad. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, I won't even talk about it. I won't spoil it because it just came out like last week or 2 weeks ago. It's very still like new, so I won't spoil anything. But I will say that movie holds up just as well as the other three inside the trilogy. That movie takes place generations after this trilogy. So the trilogy is by itself, and then years and years and years later, we have a new main character who is dealing with his own struggles that was created kind of in the trilogy before. So it's like they're dealing with the ins and outs and loose ends of the stuff generations prior. And honestly, that's where it starts getting into more of like the religious aspect of things, because this character is introduced to a group that is honoring Caesar by everything they do, but they're doing stuff that is nowhere near Caesar what he would want to be doing, basically. So it's like it's mirroring the Bible, basically, like how we had this person back in the day that did all these things, and now that Bible that was carried on from generations upon generations and generations is with us, and people see it different ways. Like, some niggas see it and only believe in the Old Testament and believe like very harsh, strict rules, and some people only believe in the New Testament and believe in like being nicer and peaceful and stuff. So it's like, it's really perfect mirroring. Like, we saw Caesar grow up through all these movies, and then generations later, we'll say probably like 400, 500 years later, they're reacting to that in their own specific ways. So there's different factions and groups and stuff that are all believing in his word, but they're twisting it to mean basically what they want it to, which is what religion actually does, in my opinion, honestly. So, very phenomenal movie. Go watch it. I saw a lot of people... I will say one thing about this that's kind of spoiler related. I saw a lot of people going into this saying like, or leaving it saying like, yo, why is there always just some white savior that saves everybody? Why is there always a white woman that saves... Bro, if y'all saw that movie, and your thought process is, why is there a white savior saving people? She didn't save anything. She actively made it worse for every single nigga. Like, I don't know. Go watch it yourself and tell me if you believe she's the white savior of the movie or not. She literally destroys everything that she touches, like, genuinely. Like, there's no, like, it's hard for me to even fathom, like, somebody can watch this and be like, yo, she's a white savior. She actually did everything. That's like going into Friends and being like, yo, I can't believe all 6 of those black characters were amazing. Like, nigga, what black characters? Like, what are you talking about? Did we watch the same movie? Like, that's how, like, bad it really is. Like, where I'm really questioning if niggas even watched the same movie as me. Maybe there's like a director's cut. Maybe there's like a Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes spelled with the C or some shit. Maybe I just saw a different fucking movie. I don't fucking know, bro. But that movie also phenomenal. My favorite out of all 4 probably is the second one, because the second one is just, it really, really, really gets into like, I don't want to say black plight, but like, you can see the mirroring throughout black plight through that movie the most to me, and it's just like, it really depicts that shit very well. There's even a character named fucking Malcolm inside the movie, so you know they were trying to at least give it up a little bit. But honestly, this series is, in my opinion, that trilogy is perfect. This is like the first trilogy I've seen in a long time where everything was perfect, other than maybe like Captain America. But even then, some niggas don't even fuck with the first one because it's too long and too boring and shit. But even the exposition and story explained inside the first one of this movie is still very good. Like, it's still a good movie that you can go watch and enjoy and shit. So go watch it, please. I didn't spoil too much because I want you niggas to actually go watch this one. Much love to you niggas. Hi, how are you doing? Cinemighty niggas. Sorry, I'm, not as focused on this channel as the other ones, but still much love to do. I take time out of the day to watch stuff like this. Movies and cinema is still my passion. I just really gotta like take time out of my day to like find stuff to watch and give enough a good critique enough to y'all niggas, like to give y'all content basically. But I appreciate y'all as always for watching this. Much love to you. Let me know what the fuck you guys feel about the entire fucking series of Planet of the Apes. Apparently, what they're trying to do is like make this series so linear that the last one of this second trilogy wraps back up to the first one of the original movie, like back in 1960. So we'll see how well they're doing. They've made 4 perfect movies in my opinion. The 4th one was nowhere near bad. It was an amazing movie. CGI for all 4 hold up amazing. Like even back in the 2012 one, the first one, you can't tell they're fake. Like there's nothing that looks fake inside any of these movies. I thought it was damn near real monkeys and gorillas the whole time until I saw like a breakdown of niggas doing the CGI and shit with the fucking little dots on and everything. Like I thought the niggas were real. I thought they were training monkeys and shit. I was like, oh shit, these niggas they going crazy on this shit. But go watch it. Highly recommend this shit. Let me know how y'all feel about it in the comment section. I'll see you guys next one.